Hi there, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. We're at Paris Blockchain Week with Camille from Yellow Network. This whole week we'll be talking with key opinion leaders and the most impressive founders. So, can you introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
Well, I'm Camille Meulien, one of the co-founder of Yellow. And we've been working a few years on this state channel protocol, which is, we call it layer 3 now, compared to layer 1, layer 2s. And yeah, we're quite happy with what we have now.
Okay. So how have you experienced the Paris Blockchain Week until so far?
Well, I went through. Yeah, it's quite exciting. A lot of different technologies.
Have you also been to Hong Kong last night?
Not myself, but the team was there. Yeah.
Okay. So if you can explain us, I can imagine that you have overcome a lot of hurdles to be here at the point where you're at now, and especially maybe a big difference with 2 months ago. What was the biggest hurdle for you to overcome to be here today?
So do you mean for the technology?
Yeah, technology or maybe execution-wise of the company expanding.
So Yellow, so originally I was the founder of Openware, and we were doing exchange software, so really for centralized exchange. And then we merged with Yellow. So what every problem our customer was facing was the liquidity, and you know it needs a lot of money, of capital to deploy an exchange, and you know just for, let's say, the software, the team to manage, to make sure you have the regulation right, you have KYC and so on, and then you still need markets and liquidity, and that's really complicated.
Okay.
So we've been working on a way for exchange to easily share their liquidity, and the problem is that when you connect one exchange to another, there is always like the counterparty risk. If you want to trade on an exchange, even everyone, you have to deposit funds, and then this fund is at risk that it's been hacked or anything. So we've been working on a protocol to remove this problem. And it's why we came up with Yellow Network.
Okay. Interesting. So, but how do you extract complexity from something like this for the average user?
It's really something we want to abstract from the user. So actually, I believe all blockchain technology should be hidden from the user. At some point, it's like cloud computing. You don't really know if what you are using when you go on a website. It can be run on cloud and whatever technology. The end user doesn't care.
Okay. Well, then I have another question. For the average user, right? What does it mean to them that Yellow Network has been created?
Well, it's many aspects actually. So there is this counterparty risk that it's removed, because when you trade on a centralized exchange, there is always this risk is really present, and FTX or others always remind us that it's always a risk, and we should not keep our funds on the exchange. There is always a risk. And the second aspect that I really like is that even, layer 2s, they were promising that cost of transaction would be dramatically reduced and so on, and they delivered partially, but still on BNB, for example, it's $1, $2 for one transaction. So it's still a cost for many users, and it's slowing down the adoption. And here it's really, you have a transaction when you open, when you go into the network, and then you can do as many trades as you want. It's free. There is no fees at all. Very fast. And at the end, when you want to cash out back to the blockchain, then there is a transaction.
So no fees, but when you're going to cash out, there's a... Okay, I understand. Okay. So what do you think would be the biggest hurdle to overcome for the next 6 months? The biggest challenge? You say marketing, communication?
Well, we are tech guys mostly, so it's always marketing. That's most painful, but we are doing a lot of effort recently to explain the technology, and I think it's coming like it's being understood by people.
Okay.
More and more. Yeah.
Okay. One last question then. When we're thinking about AI and quantum computing, that develops really fast. Mm-hmm. So how have you taken that into account?
I see a lot of I mean, I'm using AI every day for sure.
Also to code or just?
Yes, to code, to analyze data, for me. The usage are really crazy, and this is going to change for sure. I mean, it already changed our job, and it's going to affect everyone for sure.
Okay. So if you had to sum everything up in like 60 seconds, what would be how would you define your unique selling point to the customer?
So Alexi, our founder, used to say that Bitcoin is to store value. Ethereum has proven to be the technology to execute smart contracts in a decentralized way. Mm-hmm. And Yellow, it's really to decentralize the trading. It's really for trading.
Nice. Then on that note, guys, you've heard it. If you want to know more about Yellow Network and what they're doing for the public and for the crypto space in general, go to www.bitcoinmagazine.nl. There you'll find the in-depth article and a video interview with Alex. With Camille. Thank you so much for your time.